Hi there. I've had a number of students come up to me and tell me, Mr. Gamache, I'm having trouble writing a formula from a table. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a little rundown on how you can do that. So let's start with the table here. I'm just going to go with a basic input-output table. Notice I'm using function notation for this. Okay. And my line's not perfect, but hey, what can you do, right? Oh, there we go. Much better. I'm going to do some inputs, I'm going to do some outputs, and then from here, we are going to try to figure out what the table is, or what our expression or function is, okay? So I'm going to leave a blank space here. I'll start here, I'll go with, let's see, 7, go with 10, 13, and 16, okay. So people might look at this and say, Mr. Gamache, where does the formula come from? Well, first of all, I'll write out the basics of it. You know you're going to have your output, which is going to be f of x. It's going to equal something over here. We don't know what, but we know x is going to be our input. So I'm just going to put x in here. We know our formula is going to have something to do with x. Now, the key is, let's look for how we get from one output to another. Let's see, to get from 7 to 10, I'm going up by addition, plus 3. Awesome. Next one, plus 3. Next one, plus 3. Hopefully, we're noticing something here. Yeah, we got a pattern going on. We like this. Now, this constant rate of increase is plus 3. So right in front of my x here, I'm going to put 3, because that is my constant rate of change. I'm going up by 3. Now, if it were negative, it would be negative 3, but as you notice, we're going up, so I'm going to make it plus 3. Now, some people are good with that part, and then they're like, Mr. Gamache, I don't know how I get to the next point. Notice I left a blank space here. There's a reason for this. I'm going to go back to 0 if I had an input of 0. Now, I'm noticing that when I go up, I'm going up by 3 each time. Now, to go backwards, the opposite of going up by 3, subtract 3. So I'm going to go backwards 3 right here, minus 3. If I do that, that takes me to 4 right here. And that would give me the final value here. We call this the y-intercept when we're dealing with equations involving slope and whatnot. Now, right now, we're just looking at the function aspect of it. So, bingo, and that's where my plus 4 comes from. So now I have a function that I can plug some values into, and it should work. So I was just trying to color code that. Let's try that again. There we go, something bigger. Nice, there we go, plus 4, boom. So let's see if it works. That's always important. Let's see if our function works. So I'm going to take an input of, let's try 1, try my input of 1. So if I input 1, 3 times 1 plus 4, I should be getting f of 1 equals 7. Now let's go up to my table here. What do you know? When my input's 1, my output's 7. That means this works. This will work. So that's how you find the equation from a linear function. We'll try one more of these. It's always good to try one. You can try along with me. See how you do with it. All right. So making another table here. And I'm going to leave a blank space here. You might not always have that blank space, but you can always, squeeze it in wherever you need to. So I'm going to go with a few inputs here. And let's see, I'll go with, input of 1, input of 2, input of 3, input of 4. Okay. So this time I'm going to start at negative 6, and I'm going to go down to, let's see, negative 2. Then I'm going to go down to, actually, I'm not going down to negative 2. I should be going up here. I'm going to go to negative 10, negative 14, negative 18. There's a reason why I'm doing this. All right. So now, time to write my function. My output's going to be here. And I know I'm going to involve x somehow. So I go to my table here. How am I getting from one value to another? Each time I am subtracting 4. Minus 4, minus 4. So right in front of x, I'm going to put minus 4. Now I got to figure out what my output is going to be when my input is 0. So let's see, if I'm going down by 4, to go backwards, I'm going to have to go up by 4. Negative 6 plus 4 would give me negative 2. So that means my final value here would be minus 2. So the function for this table would be f of x equals negative 4x minus 2. Time to plug it in, see if it works. All right. So I'm going to plug in, let's try 2 this time. We used 1 last time, let's try 2. So that means I'm going to go in here, and where my x is, I'm going to input 2. Let's see if it works. Negative 4 times 2 gives me negative 8, minus 2 gives me negative 10. So when my input is 2, my output should be negative 10. Let's see if that works. I'm looking here up my table, input of 2, output of negative 10. Well, you know it works. So this is how you would find a function when you're given a linear function in a table or an arithmetic sequence. You put it in the table and then just use this strategy and you'll always get yourself a nice explicit formula. Awesome. Enjoy.